Magic Cafe, I have a Trivial Pursuit question for you. What book sold hundreds of thousands of copies but was read by hardly anybody? Your time's up. It was A Brief History of Time by renowned physicist Stephen Hawking. You never read it, did you? Well, neither did I. But the sales of that book tell me something. See, the public is extremely interested in time travel, but it's one of those difficult subjects to talk about, well, because so few people have traveled back in time. How do I know? Well, because I can travel back in time. I mean, granted, I can only go back about 60 seconds, but do I sense some doubt? All right, well, I tell you what, since I brought it up, I will take all of you on a complimentary time trip. Normally, I charge extra for this. You see, the problem with time travel is it doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't tickle, it doesn't tingle, and once you go back, you immediately start moving forward. So it doesn't seem like anything happened, so you need proof. Well, I mean, really the only thing I can compare it to is hitting the Great Time Continuum backspace key, or maybe redo. But like I said, you need proof, and that's why I'm taking out the cards. We're going to set up some easily recognizable conditions with the cards. So I've got some red cards and some black cards. That's easy enough to remember. And we will take out a prominent card, and we'll place that face up on this pile. And then we'll take, we'll use the King of Hearts. We'll place the King of Hearts face up among these face down cards over here. So these are our conditions. It's important that you remember these. We've got the Ace of Spades face up on the pile here, some red and some black cards, and the King of Hearts face up among these face down cards. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, where's the time machine? Well, I'm the time machine. See, the machine is only needed to generate enough energy to overcome the speed of light. And unlike H.G. Wells, Ray Bradbury, and even Hawking, who only wrote about time travel, I've been able to train myself to store up enough energy to go back in time once a day. I mean, granted, it's only for 60 seconds, but, you know, it occurs to me that if I turn these cards face down, I can actually conserve on some energy. So, here. All right, there is one more thing we need to do before we take our little trip. Since you're not going to feel anything, we need to make a note of the time. So it is 7:21. You see that there? 7:21. And, oh, did I mention that I am a certified tempernaut? Yeah, that's our motto, deliberately behind the times. Yeah, I don't have much of a marketing budget right now, so if you could do me a favor and mention my little sample, I really appreciate it. Okay, now, do you remember our conditions? Okay, I am going to change the conditions. So first I'm going to cut the Ace of Spades into this packet over here. Then I'm going to mix these cards. Black, a red, a black, a red, a black, and a red. And now we will apply the scientific part of the... Oh, King Arts face up. We'll apply the scientific part of the procedure. Chaos theory. So I am not sure what chaos theory has to do with time travel, but it's always mentioned with it. So here, I actually don't mind admitting that I use chaos theory because I doubt I'll run into a physicist. So here, all right. So you can see we've got face down, face up, back to back, face to face. I mean, it's chaos, right? Well, let's leave those over there. Okay. All right, we're back. No, we traveled back in time. I mean, only 60 seconds, but do I sense some doubt? I feel there are some people here that are the same ilk that doubted Galileo, Henry Ford, and Popina Schwartz. All right, well, they were right about Popina. But I can prove we went back in time. See, about 60 seconds ago, on top of this pile was the Ace of Spades. If you remember then, the black and the red cards weren't mixed. And face up among all these face down cards was the King of Hearts. If you remember that far back, I hadn't even written down the time yet. So, you know, if we lost a minute, where did it go? Well, you know, we are all a little younger, so that's good.